Hey y'all, welcome to Humming Catfish. Today we're going to be harvesting dandelions. Not to get rid of them, but to eat the greens and save the roots for a drink. So put on your boots, grab your basket, and let's go. Now this was not the original video I had planned for today. As you can see, Sean's been clearing out some of the wisteria vine and some of the magnolia trees, and when I got to looking around, I saw there's a bunch of pokeweed coming up, and I thought, oh, I'll do a video on how I make poke salad. After a lot of thinking and all that, I decided not to, because the poke is poisonous, and it's actually poisonous when you're bringing it in your kitchen. It's how you cook it that eliminates it, and I just don't feel comfortable doing that with, you know, you're actually looking for a poisonous plant. But I will show you the poke that came up. That's why I made this really cool basket. It's out of some of the magnolia stems, and then I weaved it with the wisteria branch. I'll probably do a video on that here eventually. But as you can see, a lot of good poke. We're gonna eat it, but I'm just not gonna do a video on it. So onward to the star of the day, which is the dandelion. Everybody's got dandelions. We don't really have a lot this year, so I'm gonna get a couple of the seeds once they start coming out. And I know it sounds stupid, but I'm gonna be planting some. Alright, so I've got the first one that we're gonna dig up here. It's got a nice little bee on it, and it looks like this one's about ready to go to seed. So I think what I'll do is I'll use my small little basket for the seeds that I want to be saving. And I guess he saw something. Grim, don't dig up the dandelion. And then I'll use the big basket for the dandelion. Alright, so you can see Grim already got started digging here. So I'm just going to pull around the plant and then dig down and pop it up. Alright, so I'm going to take this little seed pod and put it in my little basket so I can plant those. Alright, so we got the greens and the root. Alright, so we got the first one, and got broke my little shovel in. I'm so excited. I'm gonna keep digging around here and finding some, and then I'll see y'all once I get as many as I can get. Alright, this isn't dandelion, but I did find some mint. I think it's peppermint, but you can see it's got a square stem, and the leaves are like opposite of each other, and definitely smells like mint. So I'm actually gonna dig up a little bit of this and see if I can get it going closer to the house. You just never know what you're gonna find when you're out here looking around. Alright, I promise this is the last detour from the dandelions. I'm just gonna grab some of these onion, and I think that'll go good with the greens. If you are harvesting onions out in the woods or whatever, make sure that you've identified it, that you're 100% sure, and that you've done the research to satisfy that 100%. And make sure when you're poking around, especially if you're somewhere with cottonmouths and copperheads and rattlesnakes, that you're looking, because even though it's the beginning of March, it's definitely time for them to start showing up. That's a little disappointing. I wish my dandelion harvest would have been a little bit better. I did get a lot of seed pods though, so I'm gonna be planting them, and hopefully y'all's harvest goes better than mine did. But before we go back to the house, I'm gonna grab a branch of magnolia so I can make Sean a tea so he'll sleep tonight. Let this be a lesson, gentlemen. Listen to your wives. He always throws his clothes on the floor. I've always told him not to, because we have scorpions and black widows and brown recluses here, and I know that they've been in the house. So he never listened to me, and I put mine up on a dresser and I still shake them out. But yeah, he didn't listen to me and got up and put on his pants, and I guess there was either a black widow or brown recluse got him on his jewels, not the twig but one of the berries. So but he's doing better. He had to go get on antibiotics, which we don't usually ever do, but this kind of called for it. So pick your clothes up off the floor, don't leave them there. Put them up or hang them up or something and shake them out before you put them on. Alright, I'm going to put the greens in here and, well, I'll show y'all. Alright, so what I'm doing with these is I'm just going to I'll try to take the good ones. And then I'm going to save the root. Alright, so here's my sad root harvest. Alright, now I'm just going to kind of pick through these. Alright, now I'm gonna do the same with our onions. Alright, so we got the onions and the greens washed. I'm gonna grab a couple eggs and probably, well, of course, a couple pieces of bacon from the house. And then we'll get to cooking. I was just showing off. Alright, I'm gonna keep adding to that. Y'all probably know how to cook on a fire, but if you don't, you just want to get a nice bed of coals before you put your pan down. Alright, while we wait for the fire to burn down to some coals, I'm gonna show y'all how to clean the little dandelion roots so that you can dry them out, roast them, whatever you want to do, and then use them for a tea. You can also eat these once you peel the skin off. So we'll go over that real quick. Alright, so just take your knife and you're just kind of taking off scraping off the skin. You're just doing it with the blunt side. If you go that way, you could go that way, but might end up taking too much off. Alright, probably, I don't mind a little bit of dirt, but if you do, just get it all off. I already have bacon cut up in my pan, and I'm just going to put that on there. Well, I guess my camera wasn't rolling. I had said that we got enough bacon grease now to add the onions. Alright, I'm going to add our washed dandelion greens. I left the flowers on like that. These are going to be a little bit bitter. If you don't like the bitter, you can boil them in a change of water for like 2 minutes. That'll take that out. All right, and then once these get kind of to a wilted spot, then we can go ahead and do the eggs. All right, I believe it is finished. All right, I'm gonna get some plates and get Sean, and I'll be right back.
Smells amazing.
Thank you. Well, that's all we got for y'all today. We really appreciate you taking the time to watch this, and if you like what we're doing, we surely would appreciate if you subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. So until next time, see y'all later.
Bye.